exercise, we're going to be using a foam roller to roll out our quads. So to begin, we're going to need some kind of foam roller. I suggest using a foam roller that has a more sturdy, like plastic core, so it won't give over time. Although if you are feeling very tender or tight in certain areas, sometimes having a foam roller, or even if you're trying to be more pointed and getting specific areas, using a ball that has a little bit more give can be really beneficial to not over stress the tissues out when they're already pretty stressed out. All right, so that's just a little disclaimer. So to begin this exercise, we're going to use the foam roller. We're going to put it down perpendicular to our legs. And with a size foam roller like this, I'm going to do one leg at a time. Sometimes the foam rollers are quite large and you can do 2 legs at a time. Both are good, both are great. I'm going to demonstrate with 1 leg. So we're going to put it down and then we're going to get onto our elbows and we're going to roll up and down on the quad muscle. Now it's important when we're doing this that we're not just getting into the main, the main quad muscle here, right? It's important to get the whole leg. So we want to think about not only going straight through the center, but we also want to think about how we can get to the outside, right? Or also the inside. Not quite getting totally to the side. That's a different part of the body, right? We want to stick to the quad for this exercise, but kind of thinking middle, like center, and then like 45 degrees out to the outside of the leg and 45 degrees to the inside of the leg. So the way I like to do that is by just letting my hips shift and placing my arms in different directions. So I can just press myself into my elbow here and push supporting with my other hand. And that's going to give me, room to roll around and discover, staying curious about what's going on in my quad. So for me, I'm feeling it quite intensely right down here. Now I'm going to hold that for at least 30 seconds until I can feel the muscle release. It's really important when you find an area that feels really tender that you hold it there. I would even argue that for some people, especially if you're new to this and we're getting started, you'd want to hold for at least 2 minutes. The body holds on to a lot of tension and it needs to feel safe in these areas before it can release. And for some people, that's going to take, 30 seconds. And for some people, that sense of safety through the nervous system is going to take, 3 minutes, sometimes 5 minutes. And so you want to gauge your body. Some things that you can do while you're in these areas that can be kind of uncomfortable and painful is focus on the breathing, right? And just focus on trying to relax, noticing what other parts of the body you are tensing up. So that could mean that, you're in your quad and you're clenching your jaw. So really focusing on relaxing that jaw and also then relaxing the quad subsequently, right? And also having a calming breath, meaning that we're inhaling a shorter amount than we're exhaling. So for example, an inhale of 4 counts and an exhale of 6 counts is going to help the body chill out and be able to release any tension that's being stuck there. Taking note whenever we're doing any of these kinds of fascial experiences or exercises is that we want to focus on where we're feeling it most that day. So where in the muscle, right? Is it going to be closer to the joint, to one joint versus another, or is it directly in the middle of the muscle, right? None of this means any one thing or another. It's just important information for you to have when it comes to learning about your body and learning about what areas are carrying and holding different tension. You'll start to see patterns, and that's what we're looking for, is we're looking for patterns.